begins. I mean, we are privileged to be in this place, and everything in the cultural domain should be all ours. In the cultural domain. Your faith is yours. Then you go to Maihar. You know, I don't think I'm coming to development, but I shall. You go to Maihar, you see, this is the house of Alauddin Khan Sahib. Alauddin Khan Sahib was another person who said his namaz 5 times a day. He trained his son Ali Akbar Khan, a greater sarod player there will not be. His Robu, he used to call Ravi Shankar Robu. Then he got Robu married to his daughter Annapurna. It was another fascinating story. He used to go every morning to Sharda's temple. There's a Sharda Ma temple in Maihar. He used to go there every morning, come, say his prayers, but if you go to that house, it's all Saraswati. So, faith, culture, clear distinction. Because that faith is mine. Take it if you like. But the culture it exudes, how can you resist it? To come back to the theme that I've been given, I shall try my best I'll read out 1 or 2 bits that I have written some time ago. You know, why this apartheid system? One of the reasons is partition, and not just partition, but the perpetuation of a myth. Was partition avoidable? I'll take 2 minutes of your time on this and then we'll move on. Was it a blessing? Was it a temporary thing? I'll tell you an Atal Bihari Vajpayee story on this. Some people were talking about Akhand Bharat. Akhand Bharat, you know, that unified India. Partition, let's undo partition. So Atalji has a habit of being very, he's a very reluctant talker. He's a great speaker, but in conversation he reflects too much. And this conversation was going on, and he says, मैंने आपकी बात सुनी, अखंड भारत दुरुस्त है, मगर आपको याद रखना चाहिए कि भूमि के साथ लोग भी आते हैं. In other words, we are happy. लोग ना आए. कहीं यही मकसद तो नहीं था. If this was the project, I don't know. The truth is that somehow the Hindu mind, it sears the Hindu mind that these people, they broke the Somnath temple, they came with the invaders, they desecrated this, that and the others, and then they walked away with Pakistan. Not only that, they have remained here, 150 million, and they sometimes inflate the figure to 180 million. And they multiply like rabbits. There are 2 myths. One is that they smoke the hubble bubble. They would notch parties, there's a big notch party, and they chew pan, and they hubble bubble, they smoke. And they wah 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 in the parties. And the other is that they are kasais, they don't bathe, and they multiply like rabbits. These are 2 stories about us. You know, the truth must be in between somewhere. We must find a model. Now, the fact of the matter is, now this extreme and biased view was sought to be balanced by another presenting a more enlightened version of the Muslim presence. This was one version that I've given you. The other was the more enlightened one. If Mahmud of Ghazni sacked Somnath, so also the 11th century Hindu king of Kashmir, Harsha, had a regular department assigned with the task of looting Hindu temples to augment national coffers. Now this is a historical fact. It is not a political statement being made for votes here. Akbar accorded great respect to Hindus. My God, had Dara Shikoh not translated the Upanishads, Max Muller and all the German Indologists would not have been into Indology. This was the contribution. Upanishads, the kind of musical work that was done during period right up to now. You know, if you, my God, you travel with me. I must take a tour. Why don't Observer Research Foundation finance me, and I shall take a body of people. You know, you go to Chennai. The only authority on Kambar Ramayanam is a man called Justice Ismail. There's no second. Justice Ismail is the only authority on Kambar Ramayana, which is the Tamil version of the Ramayana. There are many versions, as you know. You come north. I've told you about Kerala. You come north. Come to Hubli and Dharwad. You go to Gangubai Angal's house. Poor girl died just about some months ago. You go to her house. The first picture you will see is Abdul Karim Khan Sahib, her guru. Today, you go to, before he goes, because Bhim Sen Joshi is not well, go to his house. The first picture you will see again, Abdul Karim Khan. You go to Mallikarjun Mansoor, as I did. Now, each one of these things I've seen. Mallikarjun Mansoor, Manjhe Khan Sahib. I don't know whether Kishori Amonkar maintains that tradition, but on the 14th of March every year, her mother Mogubai used to go to the grave of Ustad Allah Diya Khan Sahib, Jaipura Tiroli Gharana, because that was his barsi. These were and mind you, these are not, oh Saeed, you're dwelling on nostalgia that happened in medieval times. No, it didn't. The biggest, the most popular bhajan in Indian cinema in the country ever is in Rag Malkaus Man Tarpat Hari Darsan Ko Aaj. Written by Shakil Bhadayuni, music by Naushad, sung by Muhammad Rafi. To this day, name another bhajan which is more Allah Tero Naam, Ishwar Tero Naam, Sahil Ludhianvi. So it isn't as if these things have disappeared, but we have forgotten certain things. There is a desire to forget. There's a subconscious desire to forget. The first Indian judge, I was in Allahabad, Charles, recently, Allahabad High Court, which is another building worth seeing because it's an imperial colonial assertion. And I saw the picture of the first Indian judge. And I saw that the name had been, someone had been trying to rub out the name. It's a very handsome looking bearded chap. He's Sir Sayyid's son, Dr. Sayyid Mahmood. Now there's a design, the name, so it's not sounding right to us. The name has been half rubbed out, so and no one has tried to put the name back there. Akbar Allahabadi, famous satirist, great poet, judge, High Court judge in Allahabad, great friend of Motilal Nehru's. His naming after his son, his building, his house was called Ishrat Mahal. when from Dr. Sayyid Mahmood, Motilal Nehru bought the building where the family lived, Akbar Allahabadi gave him the suggestion, Ishrat Mahal. The exact translation is Anand Bhavan. Now this is an anecdote which should be perpetuated. Gandhi spent 21 years of his life in South Africa. Mahatma, father of the nation, every square inch and every minute of his life should be monitored and chronicled. Why not? Why has it not been done? Because, and I'm not saying because, I mentioned this fact to Shyam Benegal when he was doing the Mahatma thing. He had gone there at the behest of Baba Abdullah, and Baba Abdullah, he never thought of Gandhi as a Hindu or a Muslim. He wanted a good Gujarati lawyer. The parochial, the regional parochialism was stronger. You know, he wanted a good Guju Bhai. Gandhi was a barrister from Lincoln's Inn, whichever inn he went in a temple. And he got him there. And he lived 21 years off these people. So if you have pictures of Gandhi with Baba Abdullah, Muhammad Kachalia, Yusuf Kachalia, all these Kachhi Memons who were there, they patronized him. Because these were the Gujarati businessmen of means, because all the others had gone as indentured laborers. If you showed Gandhi with them for 21 years and they were part of your gallery over here, it would add something. It would give a message. This amnesia, is it deliberate? I mean, I'm just asking a question. So we have to be